Good morning. Thank you all for watching this video. My name is SubaÅ. I'm a PhD student at the University of Liverpool, and today I would like to briefly talk about dual citizenship and how the states came to accept their citizens having multiple citizenship. I'll first start with the definition of citizenship. What is a citizenship? It's a legal category that defines who belongs to a nation, and it also defines the rights and obligations between the citizen and state. Obviously, rights can be different. We are talking about civil rights, political rights such as voting, social rights like welfare, and cultural rights because citizenship provides us with a certain cultural background. Also, on the other hand side, the state expects something from its citizens, and that's in the past at least it was primarily military service, but also taxation. It expects citizens to respect the law, and it requires citizens to pay unconditional allegiance. And this is the reason why in the past states didn't allow citizens to have multiple citizenship or dual citizenship because it was unimaginable that the same person could swear allegiance to several states. That's why, for example, in US, President of the US more than 100 years ago said that dual citizenship is absurdity. And US Supreme Court also suggested in 1958 that no man should put himself in the position that several states can claim his allegiance. The same was all across the globe. The Hague Convention that was signed and introduced by League of Nations said that it is in general interest of the international community to secure that all persons are entitled to one nationality, but only one nationality. So each citizen should have one nationality and one citizenship. Is the same in the following documents in 48 and 63. All those international conventions that states signed suggested that citizens should have only one nationality and citizenship, and should the citizen get additional citizenship, the first one will be cancelled. Now, with the time, this has changed, and we are now living in a world where dual or multiple citizenship is permitted by many states. Why has this happened? First, there were changing norms within international community. So following the Second World War, and you might have already known this or you will only learn in school, there were examples where the state denied any rights to its citizens, such as, for example, in Germany, even the rights to live. And after the World War II, states said no country should do that to its own citizens. That's why we are setting a set of basic human rights that no state will be able to deny to a citizen. Basically, that meant that state was losing some power and that the citizens were getting more power. So citizens now seemed slightly empowered in comparison or in relation to state. Second main reason why dual citizenship or multiple citizenship was allowed, because many in the past, especially 60s, 70s, were coming to the more developed countries as a labor force, and more developed countries, West countries like UK, for example, needed those people, and they contributed to their society. However, there was a problem of integration, because if person cannot have dual citizenship, they would probably not get citizenship of the country in which they moved, because they wanted to have a connection and bond with their country of origin. So the countries in the West decided that maybe it should be right to allow them dual citizenship, so they have all the rights in the country in which they came to work and live, but also that they can keep their relations with the country where they come from. another sign of respect for individual and respect for people. Another issue was that in last 20, 30 years, military service is not anymore required by many states. Military has turned professional. And also when it comes to tax, nowadays, mostly we don't pay tax based on citizenship, but based on residency. So where you live, you pay tax. And finally, in the last maybe 10, 20 years, states grew to accept different cultural backgrounds. So they say you should keep and you should sort of, as a citizen, be related to your background and be proud of your background and have even formal attachments to your background. The states decided to appreciate that. And in the end, most of the world, including the UK, came to understand that maybe multiple citizenship would be a good move in a direction of recognizing multiple identities of their citizen. And for example, in 1987, many countries in Europe have signed European Convention of Nationality, which does not limit the right of states to allow multiple nationality, even though they say we are still neutral on the issue should the state allow multiple nationality. But if you think about one particular problem, and this is the children of the parents who are from different countries, you think that in the past it was a big problem. Which nationality should that child have? After 90s, the countries decided that these kids whose parents are from different countries can have multiple nationalities, and the situation has become very good for them. Again, this whole change happened only in the last 20, 30 years. Previously, as I said in the beginning, you could have only one nationality. And here in this graph, we see that we see the percentage of countries per region of the world that accepts dual citizenship. And if you compare the numbers or percentages in 1990 and 2016, you see that all across the globe, countries or states have accepted dual citizenship. And if you focus only on Western Europe, where UK is included too, we see that in 1990s, only 30% of countries or 32% of countries accepted multiple nationalities, while in 2016, that number grew to 82%. That means that most of the countries in the West accept dual citizenship. Why is this important? For several reasons. First, international community recognizes the complexities of the world and especially of individual needs within international system. Second, dual citizenship is yet another example of empowering the citizens in relation to state. Citizens have more power in relation to state. And finally, dual citizenship policy can prevent conflicts around the world and contribute to peace. There are many conflicts around the world where people claim that they belong to different state than the one in which they live. The most recent example in UK was the problem of Northern Ireland and how the two countries decided to come together by signing the Good Friday Agreement. And in Good Friday Agreement, there is two countries decided, among the others, that all people in Northern Ireland, or most people in Northern Ireland, can claim both citizenship, British and Irish. With that move, they recognize that people can have different attachments, and they included them, and it contributed to solving the conflict or where people belong. So we see that dual citizenship works for individuals, and we see how international community and international community recognizes the needs of the citizens and how dual citizenship can contribute to building peace among different communities and different territories. Thank you very much for your attention.